Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. So what the hell is going on?
What the hell is going on?
Blink-182 announced a world tour, a single and an album that is coming, but that was like over 5 months ago. And the only thing that happened so far is that fans around the world were allowed to spend a lot of money on pre-sale tickets and on vinyl pre-orders for an album that hasn't been even like really officially announced yet. There's no title, there's no artwork, and we don't know any track list or something like that. So maybe we know a little track list that Travis posted in his story on Instagram a few weeks ago, but that's not official. And maybe are some demos, and some of the concerts has been rescheduled. Yeah, that's pretty much everything official that happened so far. But yeah, how did I end up being this, like, let's call it upset? Well, it started with an answer Mark gave to a comment on his Discord like a couple days ago that I found to be a little off. But let's have a look.
Mark, when Aaron Rubin said on Instagram that the new single was imminent, was he trolling us or am I just impatient?
And Mark answered,
if you guys are going to ask engineers and other people who don't know the release schedules, I don't know what to tell you. It's been said a million times. If it doesn't come from an official account, it's not official.
Well, then maybe at least communicate something with us fans to say,
it's not official if it's not official.
It's so weak. I mean, you can't drop a bomb like that back in October and then go on freaking hiatus. And I think it's not the mistake of us fans that we want information about the album and that we are asking engineers because Blink won't tell us anything.
You want him to do you so much you could do anything?
So I think Mark should be mad at Aaron and not at us fans. Maybe he isn't mad, but the text was like a little, it sounded like mad, you know, or a little upset. And yeah, I mean, we're fans of his band. Sorry that we want to know when we can buy your music. So I think that comment was a little unnecessary. But let's have a look at how we ended up here and what do we really know about the album so far. Well, first of all, a big thanks to Blink-182 Italia for making it very easy to follow the course of events on your Instagram page. So the boys announced that Tom is back, that a world tour is coming and that they're working on a new album. That's what happened in October. Then we were able to buy tickets pretty quickly and pre-order vinyls and stuff like that. Also, Tom started posting very hyped stuff about the new album that wasn't even done, or even like mostly done, as we now know. But as we know it from Tom, he started the hype train on Instagram.
The new Blink-182 album has some of the most progressive and elevated music we've ever had. In honesty, I'm holding my breath for you to hear these other songs. This new Blink-182 album is going to blow people's minds far. What if I was to tell you, we just made the best album of our career? This is the best album we've ever made. Buckle up, I am personally tripping and so proud of what we have created together as one unified force of fun, eternal youth, and most of all, close friends.
Mark, Travis, and I have written an album that I believe people are going to be blown away by. I'm holding my breath, and I literally can't wait for you guys to hear the diverse, sprawling, and hard-hitting songs that show so much growth. Game on, fuckers!
As much as I like and love to read how hyped he is, with his wording, everyone thought the album is like done. Because he is like, we just made the best album. Well, no, as it seems not, because it's not done yet. So don't do this to us. And what the heck was up with this pre-saving link in Blink's story? That made me think even more that the album is mostly done. So why? A lot of choices I really cannot understand. I really think the communication with the fans is kind of weird and sucks. They could at least give us a little information. I mean, I kind of think it's good that they won't say too much or show too much of the album or of stuff they've written so far, because when the album finally drops, it's like the whole album experience, you know? Because today when you see a lot of stuff on Instagram or in the internet before the album drops, it's like the album comes out and you mostly know everything. Or dropping like 6 or 7 singles of a 10-song album. I don't like it, because when the album finally comes out, it's like, it's not an album experience to me anymore. So what do we know so far about the album? We've seen a list of songs that are likely demos Blink is working on, but they don't have to end up on the album. So they might might, but we don't know. Then we know that some songs are being mixed. We've seen that Anthem Part 3 is mixed or was mixed a couple times, couple different mixes by different people, but we don't know how often they will send like songs to different people, mix it that way, mix it this way. We don't know how often they're doing it until they're satisfied with what they get. And we know that there's this new song that was floating around for a couple years. Tom told us about that he was writing a new song for Boxcar Racer with Travis. And I think that's a huge thing that they brought it to the table to mark and to be a Blink song, because Boxcar Racer back in the day kind of started this whole crisis that ended up in the breakup. So I think that's huge. And we know that there maybe will be like aggressive and progressive songs on the album. That's at least what Tom wrote on Instagram. But I don't know what Tom means when he says progressive or aggressive. When I think of an aggressive and progressive Blink song is Stockholm Syndrome, because the song is very hard. The song structure is pretty progressive, when you want to call it that. For a Blink song, it doesn't really have a chorus. It has a lot of different instrumental parts. There is yelling, shouts, Mark singing very high, shouting. Tom is like shouting in this verse, in the first verse. And Mark is singing, and there's a whole instrumental part and stuff like that. I like that. I hope there are some songs on the new album that's like Stockholm Syndrome. And there are some songs that has been found on some copyright database. Brain Candy, Turpentine, Other Side, More Than You'll Ever Know, Dance With Me, which is likely the Boxcar Racer song. And other than that, we have heard some drum beats, but that's mostly it. The album could even be released next year, you know, we don't know. But what I don't get, they have to go on tour in like 50 days. And what if they don't finish the album until then? They have to finish it on the tour again, like 2003 with the Untitled album.
Oh, I'm so fucking stressed.
Yeah, maybe it has to be like that, but it's kind of fucked up that we don't know anything about the release. But I guess we'll find out on May 11th. When the tour starts. But yeah, I personally can't wait for new music of Blink. I'm still excited, and I think that they're able to write an album that is really, really good, and I cannot wait to hear it. So that's why I'm a little upset about all this miscommunication and not communicating to the fans. But yeah, maybe it's better this way, because if they say it's out on that date and they cannot meet the deadline again, then it's like even more shitty, you know? I hope the album will be released this year, otherwise it will really suck. What are your feelings about the album? Let me know in the comments, and peace.